So what is up, people on the interwebs? Hope you're having an amazing day and welcome back to another Japan related video. So for this video I actually went to the notorious Dogo Onsen. Now if you don't know what the Dogo Onsen is, if you have seen Spirited Away and if you enjoyed that movie, then the bathhouse in Spirited Away, Dogo Onsen, is the inspiration for the bathhouse from Spirited Away. And when I found out I got my placement in Ehime, I didn't really know much about the area, but when I found out that Dogo Onsen is the inspiration for the bathhouse in Spirited Away, I just knew I had to go since I'm a really big fan of Studio Ghibli films. And I just thought today I'd just share some of my experience of what I thought of the onsen and the Dogo area in general in Matsuyuma. And it was kind of a spontaneous trip since I don't live in Matsuyama, I live more south from the big city, and we had a kind of workshop meeting in the big city, so everyone who works as an English teacher in this area for our company had to go up for this workshop. So it was a perfect time to try out the onsen, and it was very spontaneous since currently Dogo Onsen is under refurbishment. Since the first time I went to Matsuyama there, I didn't realise where we were actually was the Dogo Onsen, since it had a big box over it. I'll put a picture here of me and my friend and this colourful background. We just thought it was like a cool art wall, but it was actually a kind of colourful box that just hides the construction being built. But coming this time in the end of November 2023, most of the reconstruction is done. It's meant to be finished next year, so it's nearly there. The big box is gone. There's still a bit of scaffolding. I've taken a picture so you can see the current process, but it is getting there. We were staying in a hotel right next to the onsen, and for this hotel, depending where you stay in Japan, some hotels will have an onsen, some won't, but because this one is so close, they actually provided you kind of bathwear you wear when you go to an onsen. So I kind of tried that out. I've got some pictures here, or some quick little videos I've taken of me just putting on the outfits, and I think it's really cute. Me and my friend, we did this. We weren't really too sure what to do. We kind of went with our instincts of how to wear it. One person told us you're not really meant to wear clothes underneath, but we at least put our underwear underneath, and I was really worried since I didn't want to walk the wrong angle, since we had at least probably 20 steps to go from the hotel to the onsen. So I was really worried if I didn't tie it in a certain angle, I was going to flash someone. We did it, but I think you can wear clothes if you want to. We just did this because that's what we were told, but you can definitely put clothes underneath, and we're also really close to the onsen. But yeah, do whatever you feel comfortable with to put underneath when you put on these types of robes. And I thought it was also really cool, they had the kind of traditional sandals you can wear with this outfit, so I thought that was really cool. Obviously for me and my big Western feet, so I'm a size 8 in UK shoes. I think that's a size 10 if you're American, and the ladies ones tend to not fit me, and I thought that's fine. We have the men's shoes here, and even the men's shoes just barely fit, so I feel sorry for anyone who has larger feet for me, especially if you're a man. But yeah, here's my kind of outfit in the full look. I think I look pretty cool. And then me and my friend, we kind of waddled down to the onsen. And what is interesting with the entrance to the Dogo Onsen is it's the first time I've ever had to queue for an onsen. So that was pretty a unique experience to actually queue outside with it being cold. And I was saying to my friend, it was funny because at the door they have a guy who kind of just, or she staggers people in so it doesn't get too crowded. But how he looked and what he was wearing, he honestly looked like a bouncer. All I could think to myself, at one point in life I was queuing for clubs, but now I queue for onsen. And I've kind of got a blurry picture here of the bouncer guy. So don't be alarmed if you go that you might have to queue and then the bouncer guy just kind of will eventually let you in. When you do go in, they'll ask you to take your shoes off and put it in a little shoe box, so make sure you do that. And then when you walk up, you go to the ticket lady where you just kind of buy your admission to go in. It's not too overly expensive. Now, I did keep my receipts on things I did buy in there just so you guys know what the current prices are, and hopefully they won't change when you come that much with inflation and etc. But for admission, it is 460 yen, and if you bring your toiletries and towels, then that's all you have to pay. If you forget a towel or you want shampoo, soap and conditioner, then you have to add that on top. Now, me and my friend, we did bring our own towels, so we didn't have to pay for that, but I did buy some soap, shampoo and conditioner, and they were all 50 yen. The soap was pretty cool. I should have taken a picture, but it was just like an orange soap that smelled of oranges, since Ehime is big on mikans or oranges. Ehime is Orange County, so they're very big on orange scented items. And the shampoo and conditioner, the shampoo was this tiny bottle, same with the conditioner. I wasn't a big fan of the conditioner just because you see the hair type I have. I need a lot of conditioner, so for my hair that wasn't enough conditioner. So I think if you don't bring your shampoo or conditioner and you are going to buy them and you have hair like me, make sure you probably buy at least 2 of the conditioners, since they are very small. This is the big thing with this onsen. You don't have to buy the soap, shampoo. You can bring your own toiletries with you, and I really recommend, if you are going to go, bring your own toiletries, just because you have bigger proportions and you can bring how much you need, especially if you want to have like your face moisturizers and your face cleansers. You know, bring them all with you. There's no restriction to when you go to an onsen that you don't have to bring any of that stuff. So I really recommend, if you are going to go to this onsen or an onsen in general, bring them with you, and a towel, just to save that money. But if you don't mind splashing your cash, it's not that much. I think for the towels, they were 160 yen. So if you are a tourist and you don't want to bring any stuff with you, then you're probably gonna spend realistically about 1,000 yen, or just over 1,000 yen, if you buy everything that the Dogo Onsen has to provide. I really wish I could take some pictures of the onsen, since it was really cool, but obviously once you go in, everyone's naked, so you can't bring any cameras in. I'm gonna have a look on Google later if there's any pictures of the inside of the onsen, so you guys can get a quick idea of what it's like. But how an onsen works, if you have never done one before, men and female are separated into their own quarters. You have like a changing room just before, so you strip off, put everything in like the storage box. You will get a key so you can get it all back later. And then when you go in, you have a little wash off section, so wash yourself off before you go into the bath. So just with the soap, conditioner, just give yourself a rinse off, just kind of like wash yourself like you're in a shower. These tend to be kind of sitting showers, so you'll have a little wooden seat, so you just drag that over to the shower, and then you kind of just wash yourself down. You can also get these wooden buckets as well, so you can fill that up with water if you want to kind of like douse yourself with the water to kind of clean yourself off, wash your hair and everything. And then once you're done, you can then go into the bath. Now for Dogo Onsen, it has been told numerous times from other people, and when I experienced it, the water is very hot in Dogo Onsen. I think it's about 43 degrees the water tends to be, so it is a very hot onsen. When I went in there, I did feel it was very hot, and I'm someone who likes hot, like the water to be more hotter. Like when I have a shower, I want the water to burn me. So for me to find that really hot as well, then if you are someone who's not good with heat, then just kind of take your time. You can bring a smaller towel with you, and people normally like to douse that with cold water and then stick that on the top of the head just to kind of help cool themselves down when they're in the bath. So just take your time, and there's no harm in you just kind of quickly get out, and then with the shower again, you use it to cool yourself down, and then you go back in and go back and forward. So it's a really hot bath, and the design of the bath is really nice. So it was this big circular stone bath, and then in the middle it had kind of like 2 like Buddhist monk style Japanese stone figures, which were really beautiful. And someone told me after we'd done it, apparently, because there's one that has a big belly, where apparently you're meant to rub that to give yourself good luck, which we didn't do. But if you are in there and you see the big statue and one with a big belly, make sure to give it a rub to get yourself some good luck. And also the water in Dogo Onsen is meant to be purifying and kind of good for cleansing your skin, which I do think is true, because when we left the onsen and when I went to bed, I definitely felt my skin was a lot softer. And also when you enter the onsen, if you're a person who likes to collect kind of like souvenirs or papers, or if you're doing the kind of big stamps you can get around Japan and you get little kind of snippets to go in your little stamp journal book, when you go into the onsen they will give you this cool crane art style, and then on the back it's just kind of got the history about Dogo Onsen. So if you're a person who likes scrapbooking, you'll get some nice scrapbook art to go with it. Now, my overall thoughts of the onsen is the building outside is very beautiful. I can 100% see where the inspiration came for the bathhouse from Spirited Away. But my thoughts on the onsen in general and the onsens you get in Japan, personally, I think it's a little bit overrated for what the onsen is. I definitely think if you are a big fan of Studio Ghibli, and if you come to Ehime and Matsuyuma especially, I think this onsen is do it once in your life and that's kind of it. It's not an onsen where I see it's gonna drag me back, because for what you get in this onsen, it's very little compared to other onsens. So for this one, it just had the hot bath, and I think especially for how hot the water is, they could really do with having a cold bath, because depending on some of the onsens you go in Japan, they tend to have, you have one hot bath, one cold bath and one sauna. And for how hot that water is, they could really do with a cold bath as well. And a sauna would be nice, but a sauna is not the end of the world. I really think for an onsen, you need a hot and a cold bath so you can kind of jump back and forward. And I think also it's really good for your skin, body therapy and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of felt that was a bit disappointing that I only had the hot bath. Also, there's no problem with adding like shampoo, conditioner and soap, etc. as an extra, but I also think that's a little bit overrated as well, because I've been to onsens where they will provide the soap, conditioner and all that kind of toiletries with you for a similar price. I just thought it was a little bit underwhelming. Don't get me wrong, the inside of it is very nice, but I just think if you go to other onsens in Japan, it's definitely a little bit underwhelming for what you do get at the same time. Also, what I felt was a little bit disappointing, but I also get it, for the area. So normally when you finish a bath, it is commonly known you have a glass of milk from the onsen. It's always quite refreshing after an onsen to have that kind of calcium milk drink afterwards. And they do have some drinks when you leave, but they only had kind of water, Picuri Sweat or orange juice. And I got some orange juice since it's Mikan Town, and that was 150 yen. And to be fair, the orange juice was quite nice, but it's not really the right drink you want after a bath. Definitely some milk in their little fridge would be a big recommendation, I think, to just make it a little bit better, since the other drinks, it's not quite what you want after a bath. And let me tell you, if you haven't done it on onsen, when you do it, find some milk, because it definitely makes the experience 10 times better. But my opinion is, if you're a tourist, go, tick the box of doing it, and especially if you live in Ehime, do it once. But that's how I feel about it. It's a one trip only onsen. It's not one where I think, yes, I want to go back and do it again. There might be some more things that will come later down the line, since obviously, like I said earlier, the onsen is currently still under refurbishment. So maybe they might have like one section only open at the moment, and when it's finished there might be more sections. So maybe I will go back more on the kind of influenced tourist perspective, just to kind of give you guys some more idea about the onsen, or if it's just this small section that is open and the other side is more for if you stay, for guests, etc. But I'll let you know when it's fully done, because it's meant to be done next year. So I'll probably go back more on an investigation level for you guys if you want to see more on the onsen. that's kind of my thought of that one. There's a few more other onsens in that area I heard. So the one that's getting fixed is the big main bathhouse, and then down the road there's another one. So next time I'm in Matsuyama, I want to try it. And there's a couple of foot baths in the area, so I'm going to try that next time I'm there. But yeah, that's just my quick overall thoughts of Dogo Onsen. I do recommend it, but one and done, and that's it. And yeah, if you want to know more about Japan or any other questions about Japan or anything you want me to see or anything you've heard and you want to get a honest review about it, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next Japan video. Also, I really want to get to 100 subscribers. We're not that far from it, only need 8 more. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, then please subscribe, as that would help me a lot, because I really want to open that comment box. But yeah, I'll see you in the next Japan related video, and thanks for watching. Bye.